Hi, Vod watchers. Welcome on through. Hey, we're going to jump into it. It's Makeine, season 1 finale. It is what it is. We got all the way through the end. I am beyond excited to be able to jump into this, beyond excited to actually be able to finish this. And then there might be a poll going live sometime soon where you guys get to go ahead and decide what next. Or maybe not. Maybe I might just leave Sundays open because who knows? Maybe the video game is going to take a lot out of me. I still don't know. I'm debating it. But what I will say is I'm curious to see how this is going to end up. I know that there's a season 2 coming our way. We do have the wonderful, the incredible Snow Marie here today with us. Absolutely incredible content creator. Go show them some love and support, please. They're an absolute joy just to be around. Met them at the partner mixer, which is really, really fun. And your birthday? Yeah, Lord, we're streaming, we're multi-streaming every Friday and Sunday. They're absolutely fun. Their art is incredible. Their cooking seems pretty good. And then drinking-wise, I think we can be drinking. Next time that we go to TwitchCon, Summary, we drink on me. I was about to say, because we need to have some fun because Sunday's the only day I could watch the stream because Friday is way too late for me. I know a lot of you guys are Europe, like in the European time zone, which is has always amazed me, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't we go and just jump into it? I know that we have YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, and everyone all together in here. So let's jump right into it. They do pole dance. Wait, you do pole dancing? Wait a minute. You do pole dancing? Oh, that's surprising. Holy crap. That must be a lot of work. Yo, Angry Hellcat, welcome on in, welcome on in. We have another raid from another one of our amazing friends. Welcome on through, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. My name's Ed. I hope you guys were practicing some good self-care. What'd you do, Angry Hellcat, on today's stream? I hope that you had fun. What were you up to? Also, isn't it like 2 or 3 a.m. for you? Isn't it like early? In case you guys don't know, Angry Hellcat also met them at the Twitch event, Twitch Rotterdam. An absolutely incredible individual. We just had a blast. She instantly became like a really, really awesome friend to be around. Can't thank them enough for their presence. And they'll be, hopefully, if the panel gets approved, they'll be joining Brady, Saidere, some other individuals on the panel to talk about mental health and streaming and 1001 things. Go show them some love and support, ladies and gentlemen. They're absolutely incredible. For those of you guys that are rating in with Angry Cat, hi, my name's Ed. I am a psychologist. I tend to go ahead and do deep dives into anime, video games, and everything in between. And currently, we're finishing up Makeine, Too Many Losing Heroines. We just finished up Apothecary Diaries. We just caught up with Apothecary Diaries, and we're doing Makeine. On Fridays, we will start analyzing Undertale, and on Sunday, we will start Nier Automata. So we're starting 2 big games on Fridays and Sunday schedules to be able to jump in and do a full psychoanalysis of. So if you guys are into any of those games, feel free to come and join us, join the family. It's all about self-care and mental health, and then making sure that we're all taking care of one another. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, then who's taking care of you? You're doing some gotcha. Oh, yes. Go run and take a rest because it's pretty sure it's super duper early for you. I appreciate you, Angry Cat. You're incredible. I absolutely adore you. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I was about to say now that we're able to go in and have that communication. You're the best. So I hope you had a good stream. And the same for the rest of you guys. If you guys got a stream and run, feel free. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're on to Makeine. The finale. Sorry, YouTube. I don't know how many times we're going to have to go and restart that for you guys. You guys get that one. Hope you guys are ready. I will open one more pack of these. I will open up one more pack of these at the very end, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I've opened up a lot. We've gotten some good hits. We've gotten some really good hits. But I will open up one more pack of these at the very end. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, go grab a snack, grab a treat, and get ready because we don't know how long this analysis might go. It's the ending. Let's do it. Hold on. All right. We're good on YouTube. Stop.
柳波さん、俺がいつでも突っ込むと思ったら大間違いなんだが。
Oh, this is absolutely adorable.
最近また昔の知り合いにめっちゃ誘われてるの。めっちゃ。
Mm.
ぬくみずくんのせいなんだけど。
Mm.
あの話どうなったの？綾野くんは彼氏役に借りるやつ。
その話まだ続いてたの？
Stop. Yeah, I was about to stop. Real quick question for you guys, and just as an analytical question to throw out there. How many of you guys would be prone to going back and revisiting old friend groups? Especially after you've grown, like where you are today. And sometimes we look back and we're like, oh, that friend group was only there for a reason, a season, or whatever, right? I'll be honest, I feel like I've outgrown a lot of my friend groups to the point where if I went back and I was like, oh, I'd go back and revisit this one particular friend group that I wouldn't quite fit in, right? Most of them, sure. Sure. There's some friends that you do make that, don't get me wrong, will stick with you. But it's like, how, out of all the people, all the friends that you've had with, right, throughout your life growing up, right, middle school, high school, how many of them have you actually maintained communication with in a healthy manner that haven't seen you evolve or change or so on and so forth? You went your own separate ways for a reason. Yeah, no, but it happens, right? Classes, college, work, you name it, you start separating because of life in a way. Some of them, I realize how toxic they might have been. So then where do you draw the line between an acquaintance and a friend? And then from a friend to say like, or someone close to in your life to a friend, right? Like where do you start drawing those lines and those divisions of lines? And then has anybody ever abused your trust or that boundary line between will they or won't they fall into a certain role classification that, you know, you end up, say, over inducing yourself, being overworked, compassion fatigue, whatever that may be, because of that like unclear distinction of a line. So, for example, I've had some friends, some acquaintances that really expected me to be at a higher level of friendship without me necessarily labeling them as like a friend. And it was always awkward to navigate that like situationships where all of a sudden these acquaintances would say, hey, you know what? Ed's coming to this event and they're going to be talking about anxiety. And I was like, wait a minute, I never even signed up for this event. Like, what are we doing here? Right? I only have acquaintances. I never have friends. And if that's the case, why? Like, why do you draw that like succinct distinction? When I'm looking at Anna here and I'm looking at these characters, it always makes me wonder cross-culturally how that differs, right? Because like every culture has a different way of establishing friendships, right? I.e. Dutch and Germanic cultures are going to be very different at how quickly they establish friendships than say Mexican American or Mexican culture, right? Or Latin American culture or Japanese culture. Every culture has a different form of establishments and procedures for friends, for acquaintances, and even for romantic interest. So in there lies the main question or the main regard. Would you guys feel comfortable going back and meeting? I guess I even throw this out there. Number one, if you had to meet with your ex, if you had an ex, would you be comfortable doing that? Yes or no? Would you be comfortable meeting up with a group of friends that are no longer your friends? Yes or no? And everyone's answers are going to be different based on where they're from. However, psychologically, social psychologically speaking, one of the clear aspects of things, and I will always throw this out there, is they're no longer your friends for a reason. And this might sting for some people, but they're no longer your friends for a reason. And you might be like, but like they could be, yeah, they could be. Could. But they're no longer your friends for a reason. They're no longer in your life for a reason. If they wanted to, they would. And that goes both ways. If they wanted to, they would be a part of your life. They would be trying to communicate. It's a two-way street. It's never just a one-way street. If they wanted to, and if they were ready to open up that friendship line, they would go ahead and reach out to you. The fact that they haven't, though, and if that expectation is for you to reach out, is that going to be a healthy relationship? That's just something to keep in mind. Anyway.
何も解決してないんですけど。 中学の友達からやっぱヨナミ彼氏いないんじゃないとか、あいつフリーで狙い目じゃんとか、根も葉もない噂立てられてるんだからね。
いや根も葉も生い茂ってるよね。
I'm sorry, Justice.
綾
Oof.
野くんがダメなら誰か
But
探さないと。
here's the thing, Justice. Because I was betrayed in primary school, I will never trust someone as a friend. People change, grow, and adapt, and especially as kids, you're more prone to doing horrendous things than as adults. Like, you have to remember, kids, they don't have their full frontal brain developed as opposed to adults. I.e., I felt really bad at TwitchCon party. I was really like, I really wanted to connect even further with like some of our friends here, but unfortunately, and some of our other friends in here, right? But like, for example, Starry was at the partner mixer, but unfortunately there was like 1,001 things going on. And even as I was like, fuck, I have this to do, I like inside of my brain, I was like, I feel really bad that I didn't have the full opportunity to connect with these individuals or blah, 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 right? Because as a full-on adult, we can rationalize and we compartmentalize certain things. But as teenagers and young adults and even like little kids, they feel guilt at certain instances, but their full brain isn't fully developed. So therefore, instances like guilt, instances of whatever, isn't fully ingrained until it's taught to them. This is why, okay, here we're about to make a controversial thing, and I know we're talking about anime and we're going into this, but really good conversation topic to go into this as well. How many of you guys are against any form of punishment for, like, physical punishment for kids? I'll raise my hand instantly. And I know some of you guys might be like, well, no, sometimes a little slap, a little something. Okay, yeah, sure. But, like, let's talk about, like, full on, like, you know, like old style, grab a whip. It still happens where I'm at, by the way, where parents, and I've dealt with 1,001 cases where parents will get the water hose and they will hit their kids back because they're not listening to them, right? And it's not just like a threat of like la chancla and stuff like that. Like stuff like this still happens on the regular to that extremity, right? Where kids are left without food because it's a lot easier or for them, they think that the kids won't understand unless they go to these extremes, right? Using a hanger, like in certain instances. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there, right? Kids don't know what they're doing wrong unless you communicate with them. If you try and use some sort of fear aspect, of physical fear aspect, are they like, yes, okay, they might incorporate that, like, if they do that, they're going to get this, but they're going to be more afraid of you. Your role as a parent should transition along a kid's age from being a parent, right, serving as a guidance individual to go and help out the kid go from their developmental years to different milestones altogether, to all of a sudden being hands-on to being hands-off and being more of a guidance counselor for these kids. If your kid fears you as you're growing up, I just want you to conceptualize this. How is this going to be when you're old and you're in your, you know, and they have kids? That cycle of trauma is just going to be pushed further down the line. Just because you were hit and just because that was normalized for you doesn't mean that should be pushed down further to normalize to others. And even in instances like this, right? And I learned from end the cycle. There ought to be healthy proportions of fear and love. There is, and this happens cross-culturally. Every culture has a different aspect, a different way of disciplining their kids, right? But we have to rationalize that at some point in time, there comes a point where it's like, if you wouldn't do this to an elderly adult, why would you do this to a baby or a little kid that doesn't know any better? If you wouldn't do this to a 90-year-old in a nursing home, why would you do this to a 6-year-old or 7-year-old? Kids and people, in general, don't listen to advice or take the advice of people they don't like. Exactly. And there's other ways. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna throw this out there. Unfortunately, a lot of the individuals that get spanked and get hit are the kids that are neurospicy, neurodivergent. Unfortunately, they're the kids that, like, aren't being put in healthy aspects. And don't get me wrong, a majority of the population gets spanked, goes through something like this. But a big portion, at least that I'm consistently seeing in my office, are the neurospicy kids. Are like, for them, that they think that they're reacting in a normal social way, but their parents don't believe so, and therefore they're getting hit, they're getting spanked, they're going through all forms of different aspects that they think are normal forms of discipline, which are not, especially for individuals that aren't able to go ahead and fully rationalize what they're doing wrong. Anyway, sorry. I know we're touching on a whole bunch of different elements. It's like a Jackbox game that we're about to get started in here. End up like real hard asses. Not necessarily. I'm going to disagree with Brady on that. I'm going to 100% disagree with Brady on that. Individuals that are abused, hurt people hurt people. That's a big saying, right? But sometimes those individuals, anybody can grow up to be an asshole. Trust me. Anybody can grow up to be an asshole, right? Hard asses who think being harsh is doing people a favor. Yeah, anybody can grow up with this mentality. But sometimes those individuals that are abused, guess what? Sometimes they have some of the greatest empathy that you will ever see, because they don't want other people going through that cycle. Sometimes you'll see these individuals consistently fall for abusive patterns because they really believe in other people that are gonna genuinely be there for them, and they don't see those red flags. And it's like a cycle of personality. Outliers always exist. Right. And that's sort of the main regard is like, I'm not going to go ahead and classify that altogether, because it's like, it's all dependent on environmental context. And I know we just got off on a huge tangent in this, but it comes into being like in an instance like this. Good discussion nonetheless. I like how we have like some of our Twitch friends in here, and we're just going into a big cycle of like childhood abuse. What the fuck, chat? What the fuck? But in this, coming right back into this, it's like an Apothecary Diaries, right? Coming right back into this. Also, let me give a huge shout out. Hold on, let me give a shout out to let's give a huge shout out to them. Twitch friend as well. Go follow them, show them some love and support. They're absolutely incredible. I can't talk about them enough. Just like the same way I've been talking about everyone that I've met. Show them that love and support. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Also, how many of you guys would fake a relationship? Would you guys ever have you guys ever faked a relationship with a friend or something just to get them out of a situation?
そうだね。じゃあ俺はそろそろ戻る。
俺ばかりは中学の知り合いには頼めないんだよね。そういえば西川くんから遊びに誘われてたっけ。
もう素直に白状しようよ。言いにくかったら俺から袴田に間に入ってくれるように頼むから。
No, never.
宗介に言ったら温水くんが部室に隠してるラノベと漫画着払いで家に送るけど。
それだけはやめって見つけたの。
I'm glad it's story, yeah.
お互い秘密は厳守でいい。
Oh God.
温水くん協力してくれるかな。
I have gotten into a relationship like this where it was just for shits and giggles, but then the lines got blurred. Also, you were saying not having enough time at the con, it's just about the initial connection that can be followed. Yeah, oh yeah, no worries. But like, my main thing when it came to that is more along the lines of like, oh God, like 2-3 minutes, it felt like it just flew on by, and we're just like, okay, what are we talking about? Where do we go, right? But when it comes to this, it's like, have you guys ever been in it? I saw a majority of you guys said no. I wasn't one. For a friend, right? Because they were like, hey, you know what? My parents are coming to visit. Her parents were afraid that she wasn't really showing any signs of life relationship-wise, and they were a little snobby a bit, right? Ended up being in a fake relationship for about a month or so. I was proposed to be part of a fake marriage. I refused. I didn't do it because I didn't get both of us in trouble. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and join you on this, right? Ended up going to a fancy dinner with her parents, right? I was like, cool. Her father was a psychologist as well. We're talking about all these concepts. The dad's all impressed that I know all about like the different styles of therapy and different styles of interventions. We're having a grand old time, but the lines start to get blurry. And instantly, anytime that the line was starting to get blurry, No, no, no. I didn't get stuck with the bill. I went to like multiple dinners. Her parents were like, "Oh, we're so glad she has a boyfriend. We thought that she was gonna end up lonely, right?" Like you both know it isn't real. Yes, Astari, and it was for her, just for her sake, right? Because like her parents were coming in to visit. Apparently wasn't showcasing that she had any relationships. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'll dress up nice, put on my suit, went out to go meet them. Had this whole ordeal, which was great. It was funny. Ended up drinking with them, and we went on a couple of days out. But then when the line started to get a little blurred, or I think she was like overstepping that line, I was like, hey, whoa, 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 hey, wait. It's not that I don't like you, right? Like I like you as a friend, but we gotta remember this is all it's acting essentially, right? Like we gotta keep those clear boundaries, and stuff can get really messy really quickly, right? I.e., her parents left, and she ended up telling some story about like, oh, just we have different goals in life, and so on and so forth. We still remain friends to this day, but nonetheless, that 1 month was started off clean, started off, oh yeah, amazing. I get free food, free drinks whenever I go out with them. Then the line started to blur, and I was just like, no, no, right? Long term. Would you guys ever do it though? Like, say that somebody came through and they're like, hey, are you guys down? Like, would you be down to be in a fake marriage or fake relationship for whatever reason, and you get paid out of it? Would you, if there was monetary incentives to doing it, would you do it? Now I'm testing your ethical codes here. There is no wrong or right answer altogether. It's up to you and your personnel, right? For some people, it's like, yeah, you know what? Tax stuff, sure, right? Others are like, I don't know.
今回だけだぞ。
温水くん、秘密ゲイシュって意味知ってる？
え、まずかった？
あまり気を落とすな。そうそう、ヤナちゃんの気持ちわかるよ。偽彼氏計画、ちゃんと協力してあげるから。分かってくれるのは2人だけだよ。温水くんはデリカシーないからね。で、具体的にはどんな計画なの？
え、俺？
臨時部会開催したのお前だろ。
やっぱデートとかして SNS にアップして。
前と同じじゃん。
だから写真をアップするにしてもストーリーを意識するんだ。
Oh no. Oh no, brother.
嘘をつくにしても彼氏の設定ちゃんと決めたり、それをもとにデートの展開をシミュレートすれば説得力が増すだろう。
Writing a light novel, visual novel.
とにかく週末あたりに偽装デートを決行するとして計画を立てよう。
ヤナちゃん、なんかリクエストある？やっぱ大人のデート。
Have a good night, Snowmarie. Appreciate you. Be safe.
彼氏の設定は私の方で考えておくから。温水くん。
Oh no, I was muted. I was talking about like I hope that you didn't get that con flu because I did, and I'm working through it. Have a good night. Be safe. Appreciate you. You're the best. No, no. Yeah.
大人のデートプランよろしくね。いいか、この世に男女の友情なんてものはない。すべては絶賛だ。
Spouse hunting is physical. No, please. Oh God. Here's the thing. Physicality is gonna change with age. You can date the most amazing person in the world, but guess what? If they don't take care of themselves and overage, they're gonna get wrinkles. They're gonna get older. If you don't mesh with their personality, right, or like their intelligence, even. I hate to throw that out there. You're not gonna have a good time. Like if you're dating someone that is significantly smarter and or not as intelligent as you'd hope, you will feel that. You will feel the ramifications of that. Yes, you can date someone and be like, oh my God, they're so beautiful, they're so attractive, blah, 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 blah. Sure, if that gets you going, but guess what? Once you start to dig into the substance of like what makes them them, and then how can you be in a long-term relationship with them and even start thinking about like, hey, okay, how can I go ahead and describe these like certain elements, themes, issues that may arise? How will you tackle them? If you guys are not in a similar range, you guys can run into substantial issues, communication issues primarily. You can strive to be better for the relationship, 100%. There's nothing from stopping someone for striving to be better in a relationship. But the issue comes in if you're only looking at someone for the physical aspects of being in a relationship, is that going to be healthy? No, probably not, right? Probably not. Is Anna being a friend?
急に連絡してきた昔の同級生とかほっとしてもないハンカチ拾ってくれる
この人の話は参考にならないな。
私がせっかくハードル下げてろくに働いていなくても少しくらい借
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I lowered my jobs to my standards as long as you have something in the bank. Bruh.
ってもいいって言ってんのに何がそんなに不満なんだ
それは下げすぎだ。大人のデートとは。
ほら、おいで。もっと彼の太陽
Oh God. Bro. I hated couples like this. Like in high school and or college, I was always like, yeah, don't get me wrong. You can be affectionate with your partner. Nothing wrong with that. But like when they're just like straight up making out nonstop, and like you're like, hey, dude, we're in the cafeteria, like in front of your locker, or like, yeah, I was just like, you guys still see each other after school, like.
こいつらの大人のデートは
Sir, this is a Wendy. Yeah, essentially.
大人のデートとは。
What the? Hey, yo. What?
何も見てないです。
中には
Every time this girl.
まずい。次は俺が埋められる番だ。
ムスカリ球根
Hmm?
え、球根？じゃあその赤いのは？
液体肥料
Fertilizer.
こぼれた二人とも
の
何やってるんですか先輩服装はちゃんとしてくださいです両手下がってる
じゃあ
I just noticed we didn't have an opening, did we?
この辺で。
わかりましたからじっとしててなんでこの制服リボンが4つもついてるのよ
Okay, good.
大人のデート。花をプレゼントするのもいいかもしれないな。
花より団子よもっと言えば夜の
Okay, this teacher needs to be locked up. I'm sorry, but even if she's the nurse at this, even more so because she's a nurse at this school. Yeah, not her. She needs to be locked up. She's the type of person that will put an AirTag on you, put on cameras, record everything that you're saying. Yeah, we're in danger.
この人もダメだ。
Please don't.
だけど君にはまだ少し早そうだからこれを
もう
頑張ってね部長さん
How does she know? How does she know what we're looking for? Wait. Throw her under the jail. So she was eavesdropping. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm sorry, but if your partner ever has a tracking app on your phone or anything like this, that's a red flag. Even if they try and say it's for your safety, it's for this, it's for that. Okay, well, how we could share our data in 101 other ways. There's 1,001 things. It's like you don't need to go ahead and put a spyware on my phone to be able to see all the messages and track me or whatnot. Cocholata. Yeah. Or record the audio.
お兄様、明日はデートですか？
いや、ちょっと文芸部の取材で出かけるだけだって。
取材なら家事もご一緒しましょうか。
文芸部のみんなも一緒だから、家事はお家でいい子にしてなさい。
はい、ぬくみずくん。のんちゃん、ほいくんにごめんしなさい。
なんで？
私のリクエストは大人のデートでしたが、なぜノンホイパークなんですか？
だってただけんあったし、企画は俺たちに任せたんだろ？焼き塩と小まりも賛同してくれたんだぞ。
そうなの？
それに、ここって平均年齢高くないか？
ぬくみずくん、大人のデートってそういうことじゃないんだけど。
Oh.
違うの？いいけどさ、こないだここ来たばかりでしょ？絵的に変わり映えしなくない？大丈夫？
何の心配だ？
Yeah, what?
ノンホイパークは動物園と植物園だけじゃない。第1ラウンドは小まり。
私のおすすめは遊園地。おすすめの理由は遊園地は料金が別だから大人の経済力が試される。
Fares have gotten way too expensive. I'm gonna be straight up. The fare near where I live has gotten so fucking expensive that a single thing of like lemonade is now $24. The rides are a different. Yeah, the rides are a different cost in the entry as well. That's why I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
大人のデートがよくわかってるね。ぬくみずくんも覚えておくように。
For a cup, yeah. For how much of a drink? A small drink, brother. Like, it's a small drink of lemonade. Like that much. Like a handful of lemonade. It was like $24, and then I was like, okay, I want a cinnamon roll. In my head when I ordered it, it was gonna be like $6, $7, and then the cinnamon roll was $18, and it wasn't even a big cinnamon roll. It was like a normal size cinnamon roll, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Never again.
これは私から。
そんなお金どうした？
1万円。
I've never seen one before.
違いますけど、こないだおばあちゃんからお小遣いでもらったの。だから乗り放題券は私に任せて。私の彼氏は社会人だし。
Oh no.
社会人なのにヤナちゃんがお金を出すの
？He's a leech.
社会人の彼がいつもお金出してくれるからたまには私が払うの。そんなけなげな私に彼も惚れ直すんだよ。
なるほど、そういう設定でしたか。
照れ屋でいつも不愛想な彼だけど、こっそり手とか繋いでくれて今日だけだぞとか言ってくれちゃうの。ヤナちゃんそれいいね。
What?
悪くないでしょ。そのうち紹介してあげるね。
ヤナミよ、その彼氏は妄想の中にしかいないんだぞ。
No, I don't think her boyfriend exists.
今日のデートは遊園地。当日まで行き先は内緒。
These pictures are gorgeous though. Like absolutely.
だったから彼氏もまさか遊園地って。
What is the best place for a date, chat? Actual question. What, in your opinion, what is the best place for a date? Home. Okay, no. Wait. What do you mean home? What do you mean home? You're just like, hey, let's go to my place for a date. Ed's stream for a date. Oh, I'm sorry if this is your first date. You know, what is the best place for a date? I think it would be a place we both like. Sure, okay. It's rough out here. It's expensive as shit. Fair, actually. Bowling is fun. Okay, bowling. Sure. Quiet and no people. Dang, gamer girl, you move quick. quiet and no people. You're like, let's get away from people. Let's go to a nice quiet area. Park coffee, sure. It's something that gets both of you guys talking, right? In some capacity or open to it. What is one place that you would never go to for a date? It's the first one. It's your first date. I'm usually like, hey, let's go grab some food and drinks, right? Because you're able to go out and chat. You're able to go out and have a good time, have whatever, right? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You got some food out of it. You spend some good quality time. Fancy restaurant you would never go. A rave bar, anywhere in the sun. Movies are a no-go. I feel like a first date with the movies is just a no-go. Like you're literally ruining your chances of having a meaningful conversation, right? Especially if you don't know this person. You're like, let's go to a movie. Let's spend 2 hours in silence watching a movie. Yeah, don't go to a cinema on your first date, please. I like a bar. I think bars are fun. Bars are a good opportunity to talk about almost anything. But don't get trashy, right? Big difference. Big difference going to a bar, having a couple of drinks, having some food, having some fries or food or whatever, versus like, hey, let me go ahead and get really, really messed up. A wedding. Damn. Is he reading chat on Twitch? I have to get Twitch. I'm also reading YouTube. I was going back and forth here. A wedding. Yeah, don't take your date to a wedding. First date? That one's a little rough. Is getting tipsy bad? I'm a lightweight. Yeah, if you get like messed up in a first date, people can see that as bad. Like, altogether. Like, oh, well, you can't. Yeah, no getting drunk, right? Getting tipsy and like a little tipsy, sure. But getting like drunk, yeah. You got to know your limits, I think. That's a big one. An amusement park, though, for a first date, or I know this is continuous, but for a first date, I don't know, man. Either get engaged or break up soon. Oh, is that it, Bleak?
びっくりしてるみたい。いつもデートじゃ彼がサプライズで私を驚かせてくれてる。
Oh.
私からのサプライズ。
Indoor malls? Yeah, indoor malls are fun.
Yeah. あー、楽しかったね。
Okay, but you gotta have a picture of your hands coming together, and you take a picture of the hands, like, oh my god, he treats me like such a gentleman, right? And then like, sort of you put your hand out, he puts his hand out, and then like you make a heart, you take a silly picture of that, and it's like we're always doing coupling, like random over the top things. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. Never believe a relationship on Instagram or Twitch or YouTube or any of that. Remember, it's all for optics. Anything that's shown on Instagram, whatnot, is never the full breadth of the relationship. You're never seeing the bad times of it. You're never seeing the struggles. You're never seeing the times where they disagree. All you're seeing is the portrait of whatever the person wants to go ahead and represent out to society or out to whatever. Yeah, it's a huge, huge difference altogether. And unfortunately, a lot of people get caught up in the intricacies of like, oh my God, it's an Instagram relationship. They're so perfect. And it's like, no, we have to remember that there's still human behind all of that.
助手席どうだった？
いや、特に何もすることなかったんだが。
デートってそんなもんだよ、のこみずくん。一緒にいるだけで満たされるんだって。
え、何
？2人で乗ってると少しはデートっぽい感じだったでしょ。一緒に行ってもいいんだよ。
少し前の俺ならクラスメイトの女子と密着
That's for the drama, yeah.
して固まっていたに違いないが、さっきの俺の頭には狭い、いつ終わるんだばかりで、ときめく余裕なんてどこにもなかった。これが知るってことなのかな。コマリンこっちか。
なんか馬の目怖いし。
And they're skewered. Oh gosh.
言われてみると余計に見えてきた。焼き塩あんまり回すなよ。振りじゃないからな。
え、これ回していいんだ。
Here we go. Oh no.
つけ回さんといかんの？安心してゴンちゃん、カジュとお兄様は運命によってつながってるんだよ。
What do you mean by that? Wait. What do you mean by that? We're connected by fate. I mean, that's your sibling.
大人といえば知性と教養だよ。いいねそれ。
I love going to a museum. I love going to a museum. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll tell you guys what happened on one of the dates. One of the dates that I went with. It's still one of the funnest, silliest dates that I've been to. Went on a date with this girl when I was living in the Netherlands. Yeah, it was one of like the planetarium dates or whatnot, where like they showcase the stars and you can lie down, you can see all the stars and whatnot. We were having a grand old time. We're like, hey, let's go ahead and have something to eat. Cool. We were eating, we were having a grand old time. And then she's like, hey, I have a cupcake for you, and I have a cupcake for me. We eat it. We go to this museum, looking at the moons. I'm looking at the stars because they have big exhibits of it, and then it hits. She didn't. No, well, I guess she might have. That it was about to take us to the moon. So there we are, like an hour, 2 hours in, laying down on the ground as like everything's pitch dark and like there's like stars shining and like the moon is getting closer because it's like one of those exhibits where like it'll come in. There's like holographic images and stuff. I'm giggling like a little kid. She's giggling like a little kid. We're just laughing and having a good time. Nothing malicious about it. We just had a grand old time. Where it's like, wait a minute, we're on this other planet, right? But nonetheless, museums are a ton of fun to go to. Just make sure that you don't eat a space cake or a space muffin or any of the above before you go into it, because you can trip out pretty hard. And if you're not careful, it can be quite a lot. But overall, like looking at some of the older stuff, or like, some of the historical elements and talking about where that's coming from and where that's going, huge element.
私の彼氏は知識も豊富、外資系で働くエリートだからね。
持ったな。
He got an upgrade.
恐竜。ああ、そっちか。うん、分かってる。
本当に分かってるんだろうな。柳さん、なんか美味しそうな生き物でも見つけたの？
What if dinos look like chickens? Chat. What if dinos were furry little things like chickens? And, we were classifying them as these beasts and whatnot. Dinos are chickens, like fully feathered. Yeah, like fully feathered in that element, because we only have the bones, right? And if you get the, yeah,
でもあるけど、生命のロマンっていうかさ、このエディアカラ動物群っていうのにシンパシーを感じるの。ほら、敵のいない穏やかな環境で暮らしてたって書いてあるでしょ。私の優しいイメージにぴったりじゃん。
滅してしまい、子孫を残せなかったとも書いてあるな。
何が言いたいの？
いや別に。
Oh yeah, Amethyst.
あ、ぬくみずくんそこで止まって。私が撮ってるのに気づいて笑いながら振り返る感じでお願い。まあ、
Oh.
ぬくみずくんならこんなもの後ろ姿なんてどうするんだよ。だってちょっと可愛かったんだもんってとこだね。
その写真、バッチリ俺写ってない？
ちゃんと加工してぬくみず値をゼロに持ってくから大丈夫だよ。
Wow. Ah.
骨があるんだって。何それ、鼻がなかったら象じゃなくてカバじゃん。
Did she just hack in? Wait. Did she just hacked into her phone?
ゴンちゃん、その写真どうするの？さっき撮った写真とアプリで重ねるでね。どうかわいいだら？待ち受けにするじゃんね。
さて、
あー
その写真も撮れたし、解散しようか。
ぬくみずくん、まさか帰るなんて言わないよね。次はぬっくんのおすすめだよ。お前の本気見せてみろ。
Make them fall in love. Do it.
そういうことなら俺についてきてくれ。第3ラウンド開始しよ
やるじゃん、ぬくみずくん。
Oh no.
う。思ってた大人のデートと違う。
じゃあどんなのを想像してたのさ。
ほら、おしゃれなキッチンカーでおしゃれなランチ買っておしゃれで映える写真撮ろうと思ってたんだけど。
Yes, please, Justice.
映えるじゃん。
大人、そんな大人買いする？
私の彼って外資系のマケインとかそういう。
How does he keep getting these upgrades? Oh, foreign corporation where he does international business but doesn't really have, you know, okay.
勤めてるから
Okay.
お願いだってしちゃうんだよ。
Sure.
マ
At this point in time.
マーケットでインフラのなんかすごいとこだよ。彼氏お金持ちだからファミレスでも。
Makeine. Makeine, ladies and gentlemen.
そうか、マケインすごい。
はい、あーん。
なんだろう、こんなときめかないアーンが世の中に。
あっちに鈴廣の唐揚げ売ってるよ。
Don't tell me that they're dueling. Oh God. I thought, oh God. It's too lewd for Twitch. Hold on. It's too lewd for YouTube. Hold on, my sweet children. Is it bad of me to be like, yeah, no, I'm totally like, nah, I'm getting one. You want one? I'll get you one. Like, get a fucking room. He's looking at chat and Twitch here and Kick. Yeah, I'm looking at all three.
うわな。
どうぞ続けて。 ここにもう一組加わればもっともっと面白いことになったのに。
Sensei, what are you
こ
plotting?
の木先生から無料チケットもらったのにいいのか？
はい、今日はやめた方がいい気がする。
Sensei, what are you plotting? Jesus Christ, brother.
行くなら来週で。そうすけど、カレンちゃん、人前であれはないんじゃないかな。スワブ規制として工場なんとかに反するのは良くないよ。
確かにそうだな。ああいうのはちゃんと人目のない自宅ですべきだよな。
そういうのはないんだけど。そうだよ、ぬっくん。ひね。
なんで俺が責められてるんだ。
Damn.
彼は射的が得意。
Telling you guys, these fictional stories that we create in order to try and feel good always crack me up, man. Like, a lot of people do this type of things in order to try and up themselves, you
物を
know?
打ったこともあるんだって。
え、本物ってどういうこと？彼氏殺し屋なの？
外資系の本社に海外赴任中なんだよ。
Ah, I see,
アメリ
okay.
カとかニューヨークとかその辺な。それで射撃場でバンバン撃つ。
So your boyfriend, even though you're in high school, is old enough to work in a corporation that comes from America, some other Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, I'm on Kick as well, Render. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. This imaginary boyfriend that you got, doesn't this make this an illegal relationship? I'm just throwing this out there. Works for a major corporation, probably Hokkien Japan. Oh no, Justice. Oh no.
撃ちまくってるな。
また設定が増えた。
遠距離だから普段はなかなか会えないし、時差もあるから忙しくて、メッセージのやり取りも大変だけど、二人は愛を育んで。そうだね、ケミト君、海外のおしゃれな写真送ってくれない？
俺、豊橋在住なんだけど。カジュに
Oh, the chat isn't displayed on the screen. No, not the kick chat, unfortunately. But I am reading it.
何か買っていくか。
ニューヨークのお友達にお土産を買う彼。心遣いが素敵。優しいな。
これ女子へのお土産だけど大丈夫？
Oh.
きっとシェアハウスに住んでる友達のだよ。
海外赴任のエリートがシェアハウス？
He has
お
roommates.
しゃれなシェアハウスで大勢でワイワイ暮らしたいんだって。ほら彼、男友達も女友達もいっぱいいるから。で、その女友達
What was that?
でかくて美人で可愛くてみんな。
Wait. The housing crisis in America is real. Is that 8K? Yeah, is that 8K or is that...
人気者で優しくて、初めての海外赴任で不慣れな彼にもいろいろ教えて。
Is that Sensei? Who is this? Wait a minute. So, our first job abroad, on his first job abroad, he didn't know his way around, so she showed him the ropes.
最初はただの
What the fuck is this, like, self-narrative about the lack of chat? But he's reading everyone's
ルー
comment.
ムメイトで、彼もそんなんじゃないって言ってたんだけど、いつの間にか付き合いだし。これって泥棒猫。彼
Yeah, she's imagining her own NTR. What the fuck?
こいつ。振られてやがる。
Oh no.
ぬくみずくん、
Mm.
ちょっと付き合って。お兄様からの写真が止まりました。どうしましょう。お兄様に何かあったのかも。
Oh.
電波の届かないところにでもいるんだろ。電波の？待って、カジュ、まだ心の準備ができてないよ。心配しすぎじゃねえ。
Mm.
でも、お兄様が誰かと結ばれたら、その次はカジュがおばさんにな
I
る。
mean, I'm about to become an old lady.
心の準備が必要なの。本当にその順番でいいのか？
Wow.
あれ充電ゼロに。
No wonder she lost all remote access.
無理して彼氏作る必要ないんじゃないかな。
Wait a second. If she's spying on his phone, and let's say that he does get a girlfriend, and they're getting a little spicy in their conversations, does that mean that his sister is getting all that? Oh, no. Oh, no, brothers. Oh, no. He needs to, like, delete all the spyware quickly or find out quickly.
なんというか、恋人って無理して作るものじゃなくて、通じ合ってる同士がそばにいれば自然とそうなるというか、
Propinquity.
結ばれるというか。
Yeah, propinquity.
そばにいたけど結ばれませんでしたが。
柳さんはいつでも彼氏なんて作れるんだから。だから、
あれあれれ少し前までぬくみずくん、私に彼氏作れって言ってなかったかな？
いや、まあ、あの頃は俺も正直だったというか、なんかちょっと面倒だったし。
じゃあ今は面倒じゃないんだ。それとも
Hey, yo. Don't just cut out on me like that.
嘘を覚えたのかな、中水くん。
Hey.
これなきちゃん、さっきから何見てるの？
What? Wait.
あそこのゴンドラから青春の香りがするの。そこよ、もっと行きなさい。そう。
こなきちゃん、覗き目あって
あら、見られるかもしれない。それがいいスパイスになるのよ。観
Sensei.
覧車が一周する間にチャレンジするから刺激があるの。
Sensei, what the fuck? Trying to finish in one wheel rotation. Jesus. What is Sensei doing? Like, what a teach. What a teach.
ジってなんだよ。
待て、くぬきちゃん。あの時か。10年前のあの時じゃないだろうな。
What the fuck?
そうまで言うなら仕方ないな。しばらく彼氏作るのはやめておくかな。
いや、俺に遠慮しなくても。
どうしたの？
さっき姫宮さんたちに会ったよね。向こうは柳さんが文芸部で遊びに来たって知ってるだろ？
Yeah, so your pictures
写
are.
真をアップしたら
見え張ってるって誤解されるじゃん。
誤解じゃないぞ。
危なかった。よし、こうなったらやけ食いだよ。
Oh.
誰かを教えてあげる。
いやいや、食べ過ぎだって。
大丈夫だよ。
お金だって随分使った。
Fair.
電車が混み始める前に帰ろうか。
Oh no, brother. Oh no, brother. I had a feeling it was gonna come through again. It was gonna come through.
電車賃。
足りない。
Oh. Oh.
あ、見つけた。観覧車乗ってたんだ。二人で何してた？
何もしてないって。
この二人も一周乗ります。さーて、二人で何してたか教えてもらおうか。
観覧車に乗ってたんだが、特に何もなかったし。
私は尊厳は破壊されたかな。
What the fuck? You don't just throw that out there, brother. Yeah, you don't just throw that out there. Mija, no, ¿por
いや
qué?
むしろ俺が柳さんの尊厳を守ったんだが。
何それ？詳しく聞かせて。
いや、だからそのね。
Oh, YouTube, I'm so sorry. You guys are gonna get audio blocked for this last little bit. Oh, I love these characters. Am I actually just some unseasoned rando who drops in for the last episode with the losing heroine? Fair. That's why we didn't have an opening. Fire tile. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this brings us to the end of the season. What a phenomenal season. Pure cinema here. What did you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? What would you guys rate this anime out of 10? Absolute Makeine. Action anime original episode. Really? 8 out of 10, just fun. I think this one actually had some good discussion periods. I liked it a lot. I think that the dynamics, the characters, everything, like the drama, the little instances in between, were so realistic in a manner. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It was really, really fun, really interesting to come on through, and the discussions were always great. The discussions were always on point. I'm assuming there's more, because... They cut out one set of dialogue. Really? What is it? 9 out of 10, but the endings were the best in a long time. They cut out several interactions? Yeah. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing. Sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry you can't hear this. Yo, what's up, Tasnim? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Doing well, man. Doing well. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum. Oh, absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. What a fun anime, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you guys had fun in your adventure with us. Thank you guys so much for everyone that's watching on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, everywhere, throughout everything. You guys are the absolute best. I hope you guys sincerely enjoyed it. We finished up Makeine, ladies and gentlemen. Too many losing heroines. Incredible. And what an incredible ride it was. I want more. I want more. Oh my goodness, these are great. Wait, hold on. I gotta show these before anything else. And then Ace will put another one. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. I know YouTube. I know you can't really see that, but there you guys go, YouTube. It's a little, you guys can't really see it, but I'm trying my best for you guys. Absolutely hilarious. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope this multi-stream style fashion is working for you guys. There is a calorie counter. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me. Final thing to finish this off, a calorie counter. All right, here we go. Final calorie. That's not it. Hold on. It's coming. You guys ready? Hold on. I got the first one that I saw, brother. Like, which one of you guys? Oh, okay, there it is. Nice. Here's another one. Bam. They were furry, man. They were furry, I swear. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Calorie counter. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take a guess. Final number. 7,186 calories today. Woo! Damn. Our girl can eat. Ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, did you guys like it? Do you guys like this multi-streaming thing? I hope you guys do. People on YouTube, did you guys like this? Or are you guys A-okay with this? And are you guys comfortable with this happening on Fridays and Sundays as well? So you guys can see all the anime and stuff as well as everybody else. Because I know not everyone has access to Twitch, right? So I'm trying my best to go ahead and make sure that you guys are able to go ahead and see everything and anything in that regard. So let me know if this helps. Let me know if this works for you guys. Here on Twitch, we're still maintaining our things. Please make sure to sub. It helps out the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, that whole thing. And then on YouTube as well, if you guys have Prime Gaming, please make sure to use that. It helps us out a ton. Keeps us going, especially since we really want to go ahead and do TwitchCon EU next year. YouTube, VOD watchers, with that being said, we'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, my friends.